Hello, everybody. I'm Joe, along with my wife Amy and my son Daniel. We're Texas Tao. Thanks for coming by the channel. So, as you can tell by the channel, Amy finally went out on her own, just like I said she's been doing, hoping to do, and I'm glad that she did, right? So she watched all my videos, and I let her drive and set up the van and everything and helped her, and I think she finally got out there, and she really had a good job. She took some videos, and she took some pictures, and we included them in the middle here as soon as I finished my little speech. I wanted her to record a little bit about what she did out there, how she felt, things about being out on her own, a little bit about the park. But she ain't like me, right? Like to be out in front all the time. She doesn't like to talk to people. She's a little camera shy, right? So she took some pictures and I put them in the video, and then just let you know that she had a really good time. She was able to handle the Revel just fine, and there's a silver lining for everything. I missed her dearly while she was gone, and I kind of worried about her a little bit because there was not a lot of cell connection. But state park, armed rangers, lots of people. The park was full, so nothing to worry about. But I did miss her. But the silver lining is she come back, and then some of the ideas that I had about modding this van and what we needed to do to kind of make it more usable, she kind of came to on her own and agreed to that. That's probably the way we needed to do it. So like they say, best idea is the one you come up with yourself. Kind of that whole the inception idea. So if you could, take a look at those at the end, and also I have a little bit of news I want to share with about the channel and about some things that are happening here at the house. So if you could just stick around to the end, I'd appreciate it. Okay, I hope you guys really enjoyed that. I know Palo Duro, if you're not familiar with it, Palo Duro Canyon is in a place called Canyon, Texas, which is, a stone's throw south of Amarillo, between Amarillo and Lubbock, right? Kind of just off of 287. It's about 5 hours, 6 hours northwest of Dallas off of 287. Really beautiful place. If you haven't been there, I highly recommend it. Just, like anywhere in Texas where there's no trees, just get there before June, right? Maybe the end of June, July, because it's going to be hotter than heck all the way probably through October, right? So if you're going to go there in in the autumn, maybe late winter, and then spring would probably be the best time to go, is what we'd recommend. Now, as far as news about the channel, news about my wife, right? So my wife went out there, like I said, Sunday. She was supposed to stay till Wednesday, come home Wednesday. So she called me Tuesday morning, and she was pretty upset after she looked at the phone. Her dad had been in the hospital for a little bit of time, in and out of hospital, getting tests. He'd been losing weight and hadn't been feeling very well. So they're concerned about him. So they took him in and tested. He tested positive for lymphoma. So, obviously, Amy's pretty upset about that, right? So that affected a lot of what she did out there. She came right home, drove right home straight, stopped to get gas. Pretty much that was that. Got home, cried, and collapsed, right? I feel really sorry for her. And, her dad's in his 80s, fairly healthy, really strong, really great man. It just breaks my heart and her heart to hear this. Anyway, they live in a city outside of Beijing, north, east of Beijing, I guess. So getting to China right now in the pandemic is still a little problematic, right? Even if you're a Chinese citizen. So they're limiting the flights out of Dallas, right? There's really no flights out of Dallas, and they're the only flights that are allowed to fly into Beijing from outside the country are Air China. Unfortunately, Air China, pretty much only flies from LAX, and it's full. So, she's got to try to find other flights, and the only other flights that go out, they go to Shanghai. So she's going to have to fly to Shanghai. When she gets to Shanghai, they make you quarantine. You have to test 2 days before you get on the plane. You have to have a negative test 2 days before you get on the plane, right? You get on the plane, and they test you when you get off the plane, and you're quarantined for a couple weeks. If you come up negative, it's only a couple weeks. If you come up positive, it's a lot longer than that. So she's going to be stuck in a hotel for at least 2 weeks. Then after they let her go 2 weeks, she's got to make her way from Shanghai to Beijing, and then up to where her parents are at. So it's going to take probably a good month before she goes. Daniel would go with her, or I would go with her if I could. But the problem is American citizens, they stopped the visa, pretty much about a 10-year visa, and they stop letting people in the country, and you have to get a lot of approval to go there. Right, so we just figured it'd be easier for her to get there first, and then we'll see what's going to happen. And then if I have to go, it'll give me some time to figure out how to get over there. Right, so anyway, we appreciate the concern, and that's really heartfelt, and we really do appreciate that. It means a lot. As far as the channel, I'm going to try to continue the channel in the video. I like this. I'm having fun. The videos are kind of silly. They don't mean a lot of much, but, I'm learning as we go along. It gives me something to do. It keeps my presentation skills fresh for work. I like it. It's just having fun. So it's going to be me and hopefully Daniel. Daniel, 15 years old, he knows everything, right? He's critiqued his dad's videos. He's like, yeah, they suck, right? Yeah, I know, right? So I'm working on it. I'm getting better. I figured out the iMovie stuff. I figured out where to get some music from, how to get the music on there. We're getting some new hardware in. It's going to be okay. I just need some creativity because I'm kind of lacking in that department. So I hope we get it. So it's going to be the Joe and Daniel show for a while, right? And we'll keep you informed on Amy's process till she gets back. So I really appreciate it. So again, on behalf of Amy and Daniel, I'm Joe. Thanks for watching. Revel on.